What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we have got another episode of Ask Hippo. There is slightly less questions this week, but that's really good because I've actually got to leave to go to Goodwood in like 2 hours time, 3 hours time. So that will mean that I can actually get this video up, beforehand, because obviously I'm recording this the day before I go, which is today, obviously a Saturday. That also means that there's going to be no community showcase this week, so just keep that in mind. That's going to be uploaded next week. But yeah, we should probably get into this week's video, shouldn't we? We've got a lot of questions to answer and not much time. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Okay, so what I've also gone ahead and done is I've gone to put the questions in the top right. So let me know what you think of that. Does it look good, bad? Just let me know your opinions because, it's kind of important. But anyway, the first question today is from Venomous Viper, and he has one question. And his question is, what game do you think has the best customization for cars? Now, I mean, it depends. If you're talking about all time, then there is a lot of games to discuss. I mean, Midnight Club 3, Underground 2, S-Tuner, if that counts, 3D tuning, stuff like that. I mean, you didn't really restrict it. If you're talking about console games, I'd probably say Midnight Club 3, that had really in-depth customization. But, I mean, it's hard because there isn't that many customization racing games. If you're talking about an actual AAA title that's on console, then Midnight Club 3. But if you're talking about generally, then stuner.net has, or stuner.com or whatever it is, has a lot of customization. You can literally do anything from change the engine in the car to change how much stance you want in terms of degrees to there's just so much you can do. So I guess I've answered that question in two different ways. It really depends whether you're talking about console versions or kind of web site releases. But if you're talking about web releases, then I've got to say S-Tuner. If we're talking about console releases, then it has to be Midnight Club 3. Okay, and up next we have Air Riders 15, and he has 3 more questions. So number 1, would you play World of Speed when it obviously comes to release? Number 2, prefer AMD or Intel? And number 3, Nvidia or Radeon? So number 1, World of Speed. I actually know one of the devs who's working on that, called Drew. Obviously, he worked at Need for Speed and Black Box for like 10 or so years, and he was in the documentary and stuff. So I've been talking to him about World of Speed for a bit, and it seems like there is going to be a beta sometime this year, which is really good. And I can't wait to play it. Like, I'm actually really excited to play it. So yeah, of course I'll play it. I mean, it's free to play in the end of the day, so it's not really like I'm wasting loads of money into it. But yeah, I'd definitely play World of Speed. It looks to be a really good game. AMD or Intel? If you're on a budget, AMD, but if you're willing, to splash the cash, gotta say Intel every day of the week. And then number 3, Nvidia or Radeon, every single day of the week. I'm an Nvidia fanboy, take it as you will. Nvidia for me and what I do is just so much better than, AMD. AMD's loud, hasn't got any of, the GeForce features, and overall it just isn't as good for me and what I do, so that's why I've got to say Nvidia every single day of the week. So yeah, thanks for your question, Air Riders 15. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next question comes from Hyperspeed Gaming, and his question is, do you have any tips as he is starting out YouTube? Now, I would answer this question, but the thing is, I've answered it like 2 weeks in a row. So if you go back to last week's episode, I know it's long and I know it's big, but in the past 2 episodes I've actually answered this. So I wanted to give you a quick reminder instead of just, going straight for it. So yeah, I've answered this like 2 weeks in a row. Essentially, just to keep the answer nice and short and simple, keep at it, be dedicated, and make sure you know what you want to do, and just make sure you put all your effort in, and just don't give up. That's basically what I was saying last week. But yeah, I've answered this loads of times, so I won't explain it in depth. But essentially, that's what you need to do. Just stick at it, be very dedicated, and then the rewards will come your way. Okay, so next up we have 4 questions from Felian, and his 4 questions are: what's your favourite car movie besides the Fast and Furious franchise? Number 2, would you generally prefer a movie based on a game or a game based on a movie? Number 3, what do you usually have for breakfast? Lol, only the guys who watched all of last episode are going to get that. And then number 4, will you watch the new Top Gear if Chris Evans is the host? So, number 1, favourite car movie besides Fast and Furious, I'd probably say is the Need for Speed movie. probably just because I'm a huge Need for Speed fan. Honestly, that's the only reason I could think of. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Need for Speed movie. I thought it was really good. Number 2, would you generally prefer a movie game based on a game, or a game based on a movie? It depends what movie. I think overall, probably, like, if the Need for Speed film, I much prefer that to, like, go ahead and watch that instead of going ahead and play, like, I don't know, like King Kong. Like, it really depends. So generally, I'd probably say a game, just because I enjoy a game more. But if they're gonna make a game into a movie, but I like the game, then I'd go and pick the game, if you know, to be made into a movie, if you know what I mean. So it depends. Like, I'd much rather watch Need for Speed than go ahead and play King Kong. But I'd rather watch. Well, actually, no. I'd rather play Need for Speed than go watch King Kong. So that doesn't really work. But I guess you know what I mean. You know, like, it's hard to explain because there isn't anything I can compare it to. But anyway, number 3, what do I usually have for breakfast? I actually don't usually eat breakfast. If I do, I usually eat it at school. But I kind of know why you're asking that question, so I'll just go on to the next one. And this next question is, will you watch Top Gear if Chris Evans is the new host? Honestly, I'll probably watch the first few episodes and then get bored of it. I can't see myself watching it for ages, but that's just me. So, I mean, I will give it a go, but I'm not really expecting too much. I'm probably just going to watch Hammond's and James and Richard's, wait, what, Richard? I've literally just said the name again. Yeah, I'll probably watch Richard, James, and Clarkson's new show on Netflix when that eventually comes out. Okay, so thank you for the questions, Feely, and we're going to go on to the next one, which is from Win3 Apollo, and he has 5 questions. So number 1, to make the perfect racing game, what would you do to make it? Number 2, what race are you in terms of descent? Number 3, what's your favourite hiding spot in Need for Speed? Number 4, would you do a subscriber drive cast? And number 5, someone told me that you're doing it with Bay, and I've told CJ and Speedway, and they're teaming up on you. What are you going to do when your Bays come after you? So, number 1, that's fucking weird questions. But number 1, perfect racing game. Unlimited customization, a big open world, not small but not too big, so I don't want it to be like the Crew big, because otherwise it gets a bit. I want to be able to memorize the map. You know, I want there to be police, I want there to be I want it to basically be a mix of Underground 2, Most Wanted, and that's basically it. Like, that's literally, like, last night I was playing Most Wanted with Nina and Speedway, and we were basically trying to see who could finish the game first. We've paused it now. I'm on, I think it's on Baron now. I'm just finishing off Baron. So yeah, I enjoy Most Wanted a lot, and obviously Underground 2, I enjoy that game a lot. So like, just a combination of those 2 games would literally be perfect for me. So that's honestly what I do for the perfect racing game. Number 2, what race am I? I was born in the UK, born and raised over here in the UK, but I have, like, Indian descent. So, I mean, if that's any use to you, then there you go, you've been told. Number 3, what's your favourite hiding spot in NFS? If we're talking about any NFS, I don't really have a favourite. I don't really have a favourite because I just kind of hide there and then leave. I mean, the one I always used to use was the one in Rockport next to the water tower shoot breaker. There was one little alleyway which I always used to use. I'm not sure if you guys remember that one. And number 4, would you do a subscriber drive cast? Depends what you mean by a subscriber drive cast. And you know, again, it's not up to me. It's up to, like, it's a kind of like a group decision. Everything on Drivecast is kind of a group decision. It's not just based on one person. But in terms of my opinion, honestly, for Drivecast, I want it to, like, stay at least semi-professional. I think if you have a channel and you put, you know, a lot of effort into it and it's professional, and, you know, you upload content which is viewed and you have a fan base, then you're more than welcome to come on. I mean, Pro Speed, RX Speedster, you know, all the other, even Hasil fucking Cordoba, he's come on. So honestly, as long as you have a subscriber base who is dedicated to watching your videos, I mean, you're more than welcome to come on. In terms of having loads of subscribers on, probably not, just because it could end up in an absolute fuckfest, and we don't want that. Like, people have to watch it and stay entertained. And there's definitely a few people I know off the top of my head who would kind of restrict that if we did a subscriber drive cast. So yeah, I mean that's just what I think of the whole thing. But obviously it's a group decision in the end of the day. And then number 5, what if someone told it you were doing it with Bay? I'm so confused by that last question. I'm just going to say yes. I'm just going to say yes. But thank you for the question, Win3 Apollo. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next one I want to apologise in advance. It's from Chills, and I forgot to answer these questions last week, so sorry in advance. But he's got 4 questions. Do you think the career in Need for Speed 2015 should be similar to Most Wanted 2005's length? Do you want the map to be really big like The Crew, or a map kind of like GTA 5 size, or even GTA 4 as well? You know, they're both very similar. Number 3, what's your favourite breakfast cereal? And number 4, breakfast. So number 1. Do you think the career should be as long as Merm? Yeah, I do. I think it should be that size, if not longer. You know, that's it. Again, like I say this all the time. You know, games, especially nowadays, they're missing like a certain element of length and difficulty, and I definitely believe that yeah, they should definitely have the career longer in the next one. Most Wanted 2005's career I think was almost perfect. Underground 2 maybe, I thought that was perfect, so something around there would be pretty cool. And number 2, do you want the map to be really big like The Crew or GTA 5 size? Definitely GTA 5 size. The Crew was just too big to kind of learn, and I want to be able to learn the map off the back of my hand, kind of similar to how Rosewood did it. So yeah, I'd love to see kind of a GTA 5 size map, because you can definitely learn GTA 5's map if you really go at it. Like, I would say I do know some of GTA 5's map pretty well, even though I don't play the game an awful lot. So yeah, I'd definitely say GTA 5 size map would be pretty cool for Need for Speed 2015. And then obviously number 3, what's your favourite cereal? Now, like I said earlier, I don't really eat too much cereal, but I mean Shreddies or Sugar Puffs are pretty nice. I mean, you probably won't know these, they're probably in the UK only. But if you Google them, Sugar Puffs is pretty dank. I wouldn't say I like Cocoa Pops. I mean, every time I have Cocoa Pops, I just feel sick. I'm not sure why. I think if I have chocolate too early in the morning, it just doesn't make me feel too good. But yeah, probably Shreddies or Sugar Puffs. Okay, the next question is from McRacer GT2, and he has 5 questions. So number 1, if you had the chance to drop out of YouTube, out of school to do YouTube, sorry, would you do it? Number 2, Forza 4 or Gran Turismo 3. Number 3, current gen gaming or past gen gaming. Number 4, high stakes or Hop Pursuit 2. And number 5, will you make videos on Hop Pursuit 2 or high stakes? So number 1, I'm going to leave that till the end because I have a really long answer for that. But yeah, so I'll leave that to the end. Number 2, Forza 4 or Gran Turismo 3. I never played a Gran Turismo 3, although I did play Gran Turismo 4. So if I had to compare Gran Turismo 4 to Forza 4, I'd say the game as itself is better with Forza 4. Like, Forza 4 is technically better, it's a better game, but what would I rather play? I'd rather play Gran Turismo 4, just because I enjoy the game more. You know, there's loads to do in Forza, don't get me wrong, but Gran Turismo 4 was just where it was at. Current gen gaming or past gen gaming, I much prefer, you know, obviously the PS3 generation of gaming to the current generation of gaming, because of the whole DLC debacle and stuff. That kind of didn't happen until later on. If we're just talking about past gaming in general, the PS2 era was the best era in my opinion. You know, I think nothing will rival that. I think the stuff they did in that, it was just unbelievable, you know, like Black Box and what they did with the Need for Speed games in such short times was absolutely amazing. So overall, I'd probably say past, obviously the generations, I'd probably say the last generation or the one before that. Number 4, high stakes Hop Pursuit 2. Hop Pursuit 2 on PS2 was probably my favourite. And his last question is, will you make videos of high stakes on high stakes and Hop Pursuit 2? Sorry, probably not. I mean, I'm obviously doing the documentary, so I don't really want to do any throwback Thursdays on those 2 games, because you know it kind of just takes back from the documentary's purpose, because I'm doing like an in-depth discussion of the games over there. So probably not until the documentary, or maybe after the documentary. So yeah, I guess that answers your question. And then obviously his first question was, if you had the chance to drop out of school and do YouTube, would you do it? So this is a general consensus. If I enjoy something to the point where, you know, I do it daily, then I think I would drop it to do school. You know, I'm always one for following dreams and aspirations and going for it, instead of, you know, just sitting there and doing fuck all. Like, I want to become a big YouTuber. Like, that's the only way of saying it. I want to be the community YouTuber. I want to be the guys. I want to be the YouTuber that you guys look up to. I want to be the YouTuber that kind of makes a difference, you know. Like, I want to be transparent. I want to be the YouTuber that you guys, you know, want to be the biggest. Like, I saw RXP's comment and he was like, yeah, we're gonna get there as a community. And, you know, obviously the racing community is gonna get bigger and we will get there as a community, but there's always gonna be one YouTuber who is bigger than everyone else, and that's not how I want it to be. It's a sick and fucked up world, let's be honest, but that's how it is, you know. And I mean, I'd love to be I'd love to be up there among the biggest. I don't think being the biggest is essentially my goal in a way. I just want to be up there, you know, with kind of the icons, if you know what I mean, in the racing community, kind of like Slaptrain, AR12, Black Panther and stuff. I kind of want to be there among the icons, if you know what I mean. Kind of similar to Need for Speed. Need for Speed 2015 storyline where you're trying to work up to become an icon and get your respect. And that's kind of what it is. Like, it sounds really corny and cheesy, but that's literally how I see it. Like, I think overall, if I were to one day to be up there, I think it'd be good, because I think, you know, you've got Black Panther and he's kind of, you know, your comedy guy. You've got AR12 and he's kind of, you know, your other guy, and, you know, you got Slaptrain, he's your drift guy, and then you got me, and I kind of want to be that community VIP icon. Like, I want to be the community icon, and, you know, and just stand, like, I feel like I stand out in ways. Like, there's a lot of series I don't do, which a lot of people do, like, you know, Real Talk, I haven't done that in a while, but I should probably do that. Undefeated, I'm planning to bring that back. You know, I mean, like, the documentary is something unique, which not many other people have done, you know. Like, I just want to be up there with the guys who are, like, known as the icons in the racing community, I guess. And if I had to drop out of school to do that, then I would. Honestly, I'd much prefer to do YouTube over school, as long as it, you know, had a clear career path and I could afford to pay for a house food or a flat food, you know, the bills and stuff. I would do this every single day of the week. But I mean, it all depends. I mean, hopefully one day we will get there. I'd love to get there one day, but I mean, it all depends on not just what I want, you know. Like, people ask me, you know, when are you gonna blow up? It's not up to me, man. It's not up to me. If I had the choice, I would have blown up by now. It's all just depends on YouTube and how the game plays. So yeah, I mean, I took a bit of a while to answer that question, but I had a lot to say. So thank you, McRacerGT2, for giving me that question. We'll go on to the next one. Okay, the next question is from the Speedway Gamer, and his question, he's got 4 questions, damn son. So, Emma Watson or Emma Stone, DJ Khaled or Brittany Venti, I can't speak. Number 3, oh my Gucciness, like, really? I think that's in response to the second question. And number 4, The Simpsons or Family Guy. So, number 1, I'd probably say, that's hard. That's a hard question. Emma Stone or Emma Watson? Ooh, I'd probably say Emma Stone, just about, like, only just about. That's a pretty hard question though. Number 2, DJ Khaled or Brittany Venti. Definitely DJ Khaled. I want to be his fuckboy. No, I take that back. What am I talking about? No. Number 2, it's NA, not available. I can't answer that question. And then his last question is The Simpsons or Family Guy. The Simpsons purely because I don't watch Family Guy, and I actually did kind of watch The Simpsons for a bit, so, you know, I guess it wins by default. But yeah, number 2 wasn't a real answer, guys. Don't take that to heart. Okay, the next question comes from StealthKiller095, and he's new in the comments, so welcome, bruh. But he has 4 questions. Number 1, do you have a license? So if so, what will your first car be? And number 2, thoughts on No Limits' M4. Number 3, did I say number 3 twice? I may have. Are you going to be doing anything special for your next submark? And number 4, clean or rice. So number 1, do you have a license? If so, what's your first car going to be? I've got my provisional, which is kind of like my permit license, and I'm going to start lessons very, very soon. I kind of want my first car to be a Polo R Polo R line. If you Google that, you can see a picture. I've mentioned it before, but that's kind of what I want my first car to be. I'm not sure whether I'll do much, you know, kind of to the car customization wise, because obviously if insurance is going to be ridiculously mad. I might just put some new rims on it for now, and then obviously wait till my insurance goes down. Number 2, what are my thoughts on the No Limits M4? Pretty swag, very reminiscent of the M3 from Most Wanted 2005. Number 3, are you going to be doing anything for your next big sub mark? So yes, I am. At 2.5k, I'm planning to do something special. We're actually getting there ridiculously fast. Like, I literally just remembered I'm on like 2.3 now. So I am planning to do something for 2.5k. What I'm gonna do, I don't know. Like, I always usually do something special for my subscriber marks. Like, back in last summer when I was getting like 100 subscribers every other month, I was just literally rolling out the special videos, and it was so hard to think of ideas. But now, I don't know. I mean, I did Cooking with Hippo last time. What could I do this time? I don't know. If you guys have got any, you know, actually, you know, in your in next week's comment, you know, after you've left your questions, make sure to leave an idea on what I should do for the subscriber special for 2.5k. That'd be really cool. And then obviously his number 4 is clean or rice, depending on what cars. JDM rice please, on supercars clean please. Okay, so the next question is from the Professional Drift, and actually to get it on my screen, there it is. So he's got 2 questions. He actually wanted to say thank you for the daily videos and content, keep it up. I want to say, everyone who leaves those comments, it really does mean a lot. Like, I look at those comments, I'm like, oh my god, that's so yes. But yeah, it means a lot, like, it really, really does. So thanks for the kind words, my friend. But yeah, he's got 2 questions. Have you ever considered playing GT6 online with a G27? And number 2, German cars or American cars? So number 1, I've played online GT6 many times with my wheel. I'm actually going to Goodwood, obviously, like I mentioned earlier, and there's a hill climb there with a wheel and setup and stuff. So I'm going to see if I can get the time there. But yeah, I play with my wheel all the time on GT6. Not so much recently. I don't know what it is. I just haven't found time, or I've never really wanted to play games with it. But I will probably do so soon. And then number 2, German cars or American cars? Definitely every single day of the week, German cars, because A, they can go around corners. B, they won't break down after a while, even if some of them do catch fire. And overall, they just look better. So yeah, thanks for the question, and everyone who's asked questions so far. Let's go on to, I think, is it the last one? Let me check. It is the last one. It's the last question. So yeah, we'll go on to the last question. Okay, and the final question is from Skistam, and he has 3 questions. Number 1, do you conserve or waste your money? That's interesting, actually. I've got a good answer to that one. Number 2, have you ever gone go-karting? And number 3, triple 17-inch monitors or dual 27-inch monitors? So, I'd say, do I conserve or waste money? I say I conserve my money to waste it. Like, I save up to waste it. Like, I've recently bought a camera for Goodwood, is one thing I would say. So I conserve it when I need to, but then obviously I always splash the load. That's what she said. And then number 2, have I ever gone go-karting? Yeah, I love go-karting. At one point, I probably would have said I could have, you know, done pretty well in like a circuit or something, like a tournament circuit. But I never got around to it. I didn't really, you know, have the backing to do it, so I just never got around to it. But I'm pretty good at go-karting. I'd say I'll give you a good run for your money, skis time. But yeah, number 3, triple 17-inch monitors or dual 17-inch monitors. Probably triple, just for the basic reason, you know, it seems like more workspace, especially when you're doing videos. You can have a you know, your timeline on one monitor, and then your, you know, video on one monitor, and then I can have like TweetDeck on another monitor, or the forum I have on another monitor, and that's really, really helpful. So I'd say triple 17 inches. I think I've got like 2 21s right now. And if I had another 21 right here, that would be so much more perfect, but I just don't know where I'd hang it. That's the only issue with me at the moment. I have got no space. Like, literally, if you guys have seen in my setup videos, everything is so cramped onto one desk, so I can't wait till we eventually move house, which I hopefully think we'll do soon, because then I'd have a lot more space, which is really, really helpful. And that's it for all today's questions. So thanks, Skistam, for sending me a question in this week, and for everyone who has asked me a question this week. It means a lot. And I guess we'll go on, you know, on to the next week strong. I think this was a nice length episode. You know, 23 minutes is not too long, not too short. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. So guys, stay safe. Yeah, that makes loads of sense, Cam. No, joking, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of, you know, my life on YouTube. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.